that bitch got a fucking rocket launcher. Fuck you, sir. That's right. There's a unique one here, stronger. Yeah, the one with the binary code for a name. Yeah, I figured that when he killed me the first time. Yes, Muggy.
No false alarm. It was.
Here, buddy.
Oh, please, please tell me you brought me some coffee cups. Yep, here you go. You really want to know about me? No one ever asks about Muggy. You made me so happy. Maybe you've seen some of those big, imposing Securitrons with their lovely laser guns and rocket launchers and scary faces? I'm not one of those. Dr. O was always jealous of house
He is
ambitions,
relatable.
and he thought it would be fucking hilarious to build a tiny neurotic Securitron. Big fucking laugh! So, you got any coffee cups for me now?
Nope, don't have any.
Of course you don't. Why would you? You're not an insane robot obsessed with coffee cups. To you, they're just worthless junk. Sure, nobody wants to hang out with Muggy. I get it. So long, pal.
Just.
Uncontainable sign.
Well, look. Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment? I most certainly am not. I'm the seat of all reason and logic in our little partnership. All those feelings that motivate you, that sense of righteousness and that rush you get when you help someone, do you know where those come from? Glands. They come from glands. Free of the tyranny of your ape-like and primitive endocrine system, I can see how foolish your motives are. Fun? Fun? Is Technus fun? Is rickets? What about sepsis, huh? Enjoy that, do we? The things you do with our body are suicidally dangerous, and if you could silence your glandular impulses, you would hear me screaming at you! I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you. Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat, oozing hormones. I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it? Indeed, quite the conundrum. How do you suppose we resolve it?
I think we have to trust each other and acknowledge that we aren't complete if we're separated.
I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us.
So, what do you say, Brain? Join me for some more wild adventures?
Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. I'll rejoin your body if that's your final decision. Unfortunately, before we get to that stage of the proceedings, we have a problem. Even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
Why? They promised to put us back together once I did what they wanted.
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and the whole Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
You're part of me. I know you don't want to let that happen any more than I do.
Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right, what's the plan?
If the think tank won't hold up to their bargain, we'll make them. Let's go. Or I'll handle the brains, you stay here. I'll leave the brain
That
here.
arrangement suits me fine. Do try not to get too many holes drilled in your head, will you? I may want to drop by for sentimental reasons. Right then, you'd best be off, hadn't you? The think tank will be waiting. No, don't worry about me. When you're gone, I'll flush myself over to the sink. It's amazing how far you can get in this place with a good flush. I'll keep myself hidden in the ductwork. Klein won't suspect I'm inside the dome, so he won't know the pacification field no longer works on us. I can also upgrade the sink's
I
autodock
just
with
know
the
that if you put your
procedures to
brain back,
reinstall
they
your
can't
heart and
subdue you
spine,
like they had before.
assuming you want all that flesh and gristle back. With any luck, I'll see you in the sink when this is all over.
Hell yeah.
Oh, sweet, sweet fulfillment! I'll break these down for you just as fast as I can.
Alright, I had to give him at least one mug. I had to do it. It had to be done.
If Sir
Oi.
would press Sir's spinal area against my primary instrument panel, I might vibrate at a soothing frequency.
Ah, yes. We're gonna try.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
Denominated. Okay. I found my brain. Now you and I are going to settle things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things we should discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
I can lie. You think I'm the lobotomite? No, for my skull house is the brain of Mobius.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
Impossible. No. Those are really high checks, y'all. 185. Fucking hell. No. Yeah, it's real fucking high. I think you're past due for your lobotomy, Klein.
Fight? I've never been in a fight. What do I... Ah! Colleagues! Think tank! Alert! Alert! We are under attack!
Ah. Ah! Man, I'm gonna die, bro. I didn't really want to kill them, to be honest. Fucking yikes, man. Oh shit. Got here, Dala. Ah! Ah! I actually didn't want to kill them. I know that's an option, but I think you have to have, like, better everything for me to get that to work. Ah, get fucking wrecked. Alright, well, we did it. They're all dead because they suck. And I'm amazing. You know? Hey.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home
it's
to
the
one
ending.
of the
It's the ending.
brightest minds of the 23rd century. The Courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The Courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him over much. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight,
Seeding
requested a
everything in
transfer
sight.
to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours.
Giggity.
The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the
Chinese
reason,
paperclip.
it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the big empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other sink personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub.
What?
Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups.
Look at this motherfucker.
Although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the
Sleeping
end
with all the
for
mugs.
Muggy. Except
Now we know what Muggy
he
wanted
found
them
it
all
peaceful
for.
there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well,
Smelling
except for
DeGeneres.
Dr. O, who
Says,
was
what
an
up?
asshole
What up?
for having
How are you?
created Muggy in the
Welcome.
first place.
Welcome.
Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind eye old Jefferson
Blind eye
eventually
old
discovered a
Jefferson.
new sound. Silence. It only made him more filled with the blues than before. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names much too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Jesus.
Autodoc,
Muggy
always
truly
gentle
is a
and
beaut.
methodical.
Agreed.
Kept sewing up the courier in all
Agreed.
the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear.
Muggy and
The
Toaster are
Autodoc was
probably
just
my
glad to
favorite.
have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This
Oh,
confused
goodness.
them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
Communist
The
propaganda.
infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after, the stealth suit had left it without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
Yeah, fucking fiends. Sat in her guard post in X8. That is, until her I'm in heat programming circumvented her stay routine, and she loped into the Mojave. Found Rex. Two of them constructed a litter of cyber pups and a small army of Boston Terrifiers that
The courier left the
they
brain
went through
at the
that
big
too
empty.
fast.
A strange thing to say, but it was the truth. Brains are less important than they may seem.
Miss Valhalla this
When
morning.
the courier's body
Did
finally
I burn
passed, the
innocent
brain
folks?
was saddened.
Probably.
It kept on,
Yeah.
remembering the vessel
uh,
that had once contained it. Even at the end, when it
replay will be
started to
up
fail, however,
in the morning.
the brain
It's already
resisted
edited,
going into a
just
floating
scheduled
chassis
for
in
10
the
a.m.
think tank. It never said
You
why.
know, just another
Perhaps it was out of
shameless
respect for
YouTube
the
plug.
courier's body.
It's fine.
All things must
You
come
know,
to
or
an end.
Discord.
And to hang
you
on
know?
to the past is something that's not to be undertaken lightly.
The
think
links
tank
are in there as
basement,
well.
filled with lobotomized robotical frames
Yeah.
of the doctors, now served as a graveyard. The monitors had recorded the battle in its entirety, including the think tank's final, shrill, terrified screams, whimpers, and pleas for mercy. They broadcast these humiliating last moments as a warning to anyone approaching the perimeter that other smarty pants were not welcome. The courier was the inheritor of the Big Empty, and there was room for only one will in the halls of the think tank dome.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was,
And then Beer
eyes like
posted
pilot
anyways.
lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old
One thing
world
that I
blues
like
took
about
on a new
Xbox
meaning.
versus PlayStation
Where
is when I
once it
take a
was viewed as a
screenshot, it
form of
doesn't like
sadness,
make a whole
nostalgia.
production out of it.
It became an expression describing
just
the
takes
potential
it
for the
and
future.
It doesn't
It can be easy to
make
see
a noise and
science
put a
as
thing on the
evil,
screen.
technology unchecked as the source of all ills. All
They could fix that
misfortunes.
just by giving you an
With the
option
courier
in
at
the
the helm,
settings to turn
science
that
became a
off.
beacon for the future. There was old
2023,
world
I don't know why they
blues
haven't done that.
and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one
You know,
by
I've
one.
watched a ton of Fallout lore, and you know
The
what?
sink sat
At least
vigilant,
if they
waiting for
said
its
it,
master to
I
return.
wasn't paying attention at
Shoes
the
covered
time.
in Mojave dust.
But
Only one road yet remained.
I didn't know it
and it was
until I
one
played
the courier
this.
had to walk alone.
But they call it they call it the Big Empty, right? It's because they were so illiterate that Big MT, like big the abbreviation of mountain, they just said it Big Empty. Big Empty. Like that's the punniest, stupidest joke that I love. I love it a lot. Big Empty.
Huzzah, sir! Huzzah!
Yay! Yay! We did it. Everyone's happy. Yeah, we did it, you guys. It's amazing. Should we leave now? Is that what we do? How? Oh, I can go out past the barrier now, right? So...
Hey,
Who the
you're the
fuck?
one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work. He said to give you this.
The fuck? Was it a bomb? Kenyon, nut. You came in, I'm gonna fucking shoot you in the head. Ugh, not today. Gave me some fucking, come up here and give me some nuts. You know what? I'm not even gonna help you if that's what I'm gonna do. Not gonna help you. No. You can go fuck yourself, sir. You got the FOMO. Got the FOMO, my friend.
Submit to a credit check or present your passport before proceeding to the
Motherfucking
gate.
credit check.
Trespassers will be shot.
Meow. What? 70, 80. Wait, no. I can take a thing. I can take a thing. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take a fucking, I'm just gonna take a fucking, you know? What I'm gonna do. Just kidding. I'm gonna take this magazine. What a bitch! Don't take my money.
Submit to a credit check or present your passport before proceeding to the gate. Trespassers will be shot.
Damn.
Thank you.
My head keeps
Hey there, friend.
spinning.
Bit of advice. You look like you could use some protection. Lucky for you, I got what you need. My stock in
Who's the
trade?
fucking Seth
all
Rogen
kinds of
looking
easy-to-hide
motherfucker?
weapons for slipping into and out of casinos. They won't give you a second glance. Simple. You can't bring guns into the casino, that's why. They'll strip you to your fists. Sure, they say you get it all back when you leave. Me? I don't
No,
like
thank
being
you,
without a
Chuck
little
Norris.
insurance
It's Chuck Norris.
when it's my caps on the table.
It's like Chuck Norris in his 20s, maybe. Damn, bro. 1 point of sneak.
Suit yourself. It's not my fault if they find your body dumped in Freeside.
Hey, no one but Omertas are allowed to carry guns into Gamora. Check your weapons with me.
That's rough.
You sure you want it to go down this way? You're gonna have every Omerta in this.
What?
You'll get.
Okay. You don't look like you hate your life and your job.
Welcome to Gamora. How
Just
can I help
kidding. Yeah, you do. Oh man, that haircut is glorious. So amazing. I don't want to do any
Have a
of
good
that.
time.
I just
Be sure
wanted
to check out the
look
courtyard.
at you.
The hottest asses in New Vegas.
And I have raging depression, just like I knew I would. Oh shit. Hello.
Welcome to the Tops. How can I help?
You don't look dead inside, right? Just kidding. Yes,
Enjoy
you do.
your stay at the Tops.
Enjoy your stay at the Tops. There are too many guys in here calling me baby. Weird. You guys look totally normal. Nothing weird going on here, huh?
What in the goddamn?
What in the
Let's
goddamn?
keep this in the groove, hey? Smooth moves like smooth little babies.
Smooth little babies. Give me one good reason not to kill you. I don't even have any weapons, but you know what? Whatever.
You want a reason? How about 4? They're called bodyguards, and every one of them is packing. Me too, so baby makes 5. Add to that, every chairman in this joint is armed, and not with some holdout pea shooter like maybe you smuggled through security. Anyhow, baby, you didn't come here for vengeance. You came to get clued in. What say you and me cash out? Go somewheres more private-like. Any questions you got, I'll answer.
I will fucking kill you there. Yeah, that sounds perfect. Let's do it.
To start, I'll comp you the presidential. Best suite in the house. You deserve a taste of the VIP lifestyle. I'll hang out down here for a while to make everything look business as usual, then come to you. Any questions you got, I'll answer. Guaranteed.
Guarantee.
If that's what it takes to win your trust, that's what it takes. Follow me. Now that you and me's got some privacy, I gotta ask, how is it that you're Luck is for losers, baby. Someone pulled strings. Once you were vertical, how'd you track me down?
I'm persistent, that's all.
Yeah, that's one word for it. I guess that's enough scratching around at first base. Tell me, which way is the wind gonna blow?
If you're thinking we could work together, let's hear your offer.
You help me, and before long, the chairman will rule all of Vegas, dig?
with enough robot muscle to back it up. You'll get a sweet, juicy cut of that action. But until that day comes, I'll keep you on retainer and pay bonuses for special missions. How's that sound?
Sounds like I want to fucking shoot you in the head.
You got questions? I got answers.
Tell me about the platinum chip.
It's the House Edge, baby. Literally. It's what Mr. House needs to stack the odds in his favor.
How does it work?
It's some kind of data storage device, Dig. So it's the data on the chip that's platinum, not the chip itself. Trouble is, the chip don't fit any computer I've found. Must require special hardware.
Did I already ask him what it did?
It has something to do with the Securitrons. I know that much. Upgrades their hitting power, gives them heft. Might be slightly useful if you're looking to defend the Strip from Caesar's Legion or the NCR. Or maybe both.
Chip belongs to me. Hand it over.
Baby, ease off the gas. The chip belongs in the hands of someone who can use it, as in me, not you. You'll get a piece of the action and a sweet one, but the chip sticks with me.
What's your offer?
Like I said, once the chairmen are running Vegas, you'll get a percentage. Until then, I'll pay you a retainer and bonuses for special missions.
Like I trust you, no thanks.
I know, you figured me for a creep. It's your prerogative. If you change your mind, come find me on the casino floor. In the meantime, the presidential is yours whenever you want it. Adios.
I really want to fucking kill him. That's what I want to do. Bam! Bam, 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 bam. No! What? Get out of here. There's a fucking ambush. There's got an ambush. A big iron on his head. Hey, what's up? Any sweet key, caps, and the presidential key. They tried to fucking murk me.
The cleaners will knock twice. Make sure they're thorough. What the fuck?
Just taunting him for no reason. Ah. Yes, man.
Hey! Hi there! Good to meet you. What can I do for you today?
What are you doing here?
Good question! My function is to monitor Mr. House's data network and decode his encrypted transmissions. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm a PDQ-88B Securitron, but you can call me Yes Man.
Yes, man? What kind of name is that?
It's what Benny always called me. Probably because I'm programmed to be so helpful.
Benny reprogrammed a Securitron? All by himself?
Oh, he had some help. A lady friend of his.
Yes,
she
man's
said
awesome.
something about living in a fort over in Freeside. That's all I remember.
What is this place?
This is Benny's workshop. When the tops got renovated, he had this half of the floor blocked off for his own use. I guess you could say it's my entire world. I don't think I've ever left this room, but that's okay. I'm not complaining.
Benny stole a platinum chip from me. Do you know what it's for?
Sure. Benny had me look at it a bunch of times. It's a data storage device, kind of like a holotape, but a lot more advanced. As for what's on it, well, some of Mr. House's data transmissions made it sound like the chip could upgrade his defenses somehow. That's just a guess, though. The chip's a proprietary format. You need special hardware to read the data on it. There are 2 locations with non-standard hardware on the network. The Lucky 38 and an underground facility at Fortification Hill. I'd look there.
What's Benny planning to do with the chip?
Oh, he wants to kill Mr. House and use the Platinum chip to copy my neurocomputational matrix onto the Lucky 38's mainframe. That should give me control over all Mr. House's defenses, most prominently his Securitrons. And then I just do what Benny tells me. Easy peasy!
Can that actually be done?
Sure! If the chip can be used to reset administrator privileges, it'll be super easy.
What if I wanted to take over New Vegas instead of Benny?
Then I'd have to help you. I mean, it seems pretty obvious Benny wouldn't want me to, but hey, not my fault I can't say no.
What are the details of the plan?
Again, goal number 1 is to eliminate Mr. House and install my neurocomputational matrix on the Lucky 38's mainframe. Given how you're a new arrival, I also recommend that you get to know some of the region's tribes, so you can decide how you feel about them. By the time you finished up all of that, the Legion should be close to attacking Hoover Dam, and we'll execute the last phase of the plan.
All right, Shadow. Have a good evening. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. So I should ask these tribes if they'll support an independent Vegas?
Oh no, I didn't mean that. Who needs their support? The Securitrons will be all the support you need. What I meant is, you should get to know these tribes and decide which ones you like and which you don't. You know, shape the future of Vegas. Choose your neighbors. If you like a tribe, leave it alone. Or, if a tribe is nasty, or going to be a problem, go ahead and exterminate it. It's whatever you want to do.
Have you seen Benny?
Sure. He came through here in a big hurry. Didn't even stop to say hello. I think he went down his secret escape elevator out in the hall.
Which tribes should I get to know?
There's a bunch. Some of them you've already met, like the chairman, for instance. I think you should visit the other families on this strip, the Omertas and the White Glove Society, so you know what makes them tick. And there are some important groups farther from the strip, too, like the Boomers, the Great Khans, and the Brotherhood of Steel.
Say Mr. House was gonna suffer an accident. How would that happen?
It makes me feel really dumb to admit this, but I don't actually know. I've never been inside the Lucky 38. No one has. Mr. House is in there, though. It's the central node of his entire network.
I've been invited to visit the Lucky 38.
Wow. Do you have any idea how special that is? Red carpet treatment. Seems a little mean to use his invitation against him like that, but I'm sure it's all for the best. I mean, Benny was always scheming about how he was going to get into the Lucky 38, but you already took care of that. Wow. The other thing you're going to need is the Platinum chip. You know, the one Benny killed a courier for over near Good Springs.
What do you know about the courier Benny shot?
I knew she was carrying the Platinum chip, and I knew right where Benny should wait for her. That's why Benny put me here, to monitor Mr. House's data transmissions. They're all encrypted, of course, but I'm quite a decryptor. Did you know that Mr. House spent 812,545 caps hiring salvage teams to find the Platinum chip? Just in the last year alone? Of course you didn't. Or that there were 7 couriers, but 6 of them were carrying junk. How about their exact routes and the mercenary teams that screened them? I knew all that. Pretty smart, huh?
I'm the courier that Benny shot.
I know that's not true, because you still have a head.
I'm serious.
That's not funny, you getting shot in the head. I really shouldn't have taken so much pride in how I set that up, huh? I feel really bad right now.
As you should. Benny seems to have run off with the platinum chip.
No kidding, he was running fast. He better pace himself. He has to run all the way to Fortification Hill. There's an underground facility there that might have the special hardware required to use the data on the platinum chip. It's too bad Caesar's Legion built its camp right above it. Talk about
How are you, my friend? Welcome.
The platinum chip is the key to overriding and exploiting Mr. House's defenses. Did I just say exploiting? That's not a very nice word.
Once I get the platinum chip, what then?
I'd take it straight to Mr. House if I were you. He'll think you're helping him out. Then, when he's not looking, kerpow! The big question is whether to give him the chip before
Just
you
laughing
do
at
it.
Yes Man being
He's the one
skeptical
who'll
that
know
you were the
exactly
one
what
Benny
to do with
shot.
it after all.
Yeah.
He might upgrade his defensive capabilities right away, or even unlock new ones.
He seems pretty
But then those defensive upgrades might make it harder for you to finish him off. Hard to say.
sealed
That's
off
up
as
to
far
you.
as outside
Let
information,
me know when it's
so
done and I'll
can't
roll
say I'm
over
that
to the Lucky
surprised.
38. If I'm right about the chip, I should be able to install myself on House's mainframe. This is gonna be great. I'm gonna help you accomplish so much, whether I want to or not.
Whether I want to or not. You said something about a bunker at the fort.
Right! It's one of 2 locations on Mr. House's network with non-standard hardware. My guess is it has a reader that can decode the chip. And who knows what else? Maybe a giant robot or something.
I'll think about it.
I have to admire your prudent nature. Why get caught up in action, you know? And results?
Let's talk about the tribes I should get to know.
Of course, ask away.
What do you know about the boomers?
They must be a really nasty people. I haven't heard a single good thing about them. They fire artillery on anyone who comes near their settlement at Nellis Air Force Base. Talk about rude. If they can be convinced to fire those big cannons at the Legion, or NCR though, well, that'd be neat, wouldn't it? You bet.
Great cons. Tell me what you know about them.
The cons are just... they're a dirty people. They live in tents like animals, and they're very rude. They've been kicked around a lot, but no one's finished them off. Not yet, anyway.
Yes, man is fucking rude. How have the cons been kicked around?
They were one of the tribes the 3 families pushed out of Vegas. A whole bunch got killed. So they settled at Bitter Springs, but they kept being so obnoxious, the NCR had to kill a whole bunch more of them. So then, they settled at Red Rock Canyon. There's just no getting rid of them.
Yeah.
You set the pace. Anything else I can help with? Take all the time you need. Anything else I can help with?
Yeah, there's one more. Omertaz.
I remember that Benny used to pay a receptionist at Gamora for information. Maybe she
I love
knows
that they
something.
named that place Gamora. That cracks me up. Do you know anything else about the Omertas?
Just that Benny didn't like them. He talked on and on about how they couldn't be trusted. And this is coming from Benny. He hated their casino, said it was tacky, and he thought they were up to something. Because he said they always are.
I don't know enough about them. I don't know why it's giving me that option. I don't know shit about the Omertas. I'll check into them some more.
Whenever you get around to it, will be just fine. Anything else I can help with?
Oh, here we go. The White Glove Society.
From what I understand, they're perfectly delightful. They're cultured, clean, and super polite. Benny didn't like them, though. He said they were creepy.
Yeah, they sound boring. I'll let you know when I'm done evaluating the White Glove Society.
Don't hurry on my account. I'm the one with a flexible schedule.
Flexible
Anything else I can help
indeed,
with?
That's it. Oh, here we go. Brotherhood of Steel.
Some of Mr. House's data said that he'd lost a bunch of Securitron scouts near Hidden Valley.
Hidden Valley.
Telemetry showed that they'd been attacked with energy weapons. House was pretty sure it was the Brotherhood. There must be a bunch of them holed up there. Not a good place for a robot to visit.
What do you know about the Brotherhood of Steel?
They go around in big suits of power armor, and they have lots of energy weapons. But there's a downside. They just have a thing about technology.
A thing.
They
just
think
have a
it should
thing.
all be theirs.
Small thing.
If someone else has it, they get mad.
No
All
big
I'm
deal.
saying is, not much of a chance they'll accept a Vegas that polices
NBD,
itself
you know?
with robots.
Yeah, I'm not ready.
No rush. Take your time. Anything else I can help with? What should we talk about next?
Remind me what you said about some bunker at the fort?
That's right. Like I said, it's probably pretty important because it has non-standard hardware, just like the Lucky
Right,
38.
the non-standard
The
hardware.
data on that platinum chip is a big secret, unless you can find a dedicated reader to decode it. Isn't that frustrating?
Isn't that frustrating? Yeah, a little bit. I'll go check it
Neat.
out.
Let me know what you find out.
Good times.
Come back later if you need anything.